Hey, I'm meteorologist Doug Myers with the latest forecast heading into this Wednesday. Yesterday was a hot day across the area with most areas in the low 90s. Today we'll have generally temperatures in the 80s, but a few 70s possible as well, as we will be monitoring some rain throughout the day. There's going to be several areas that don't get any rain at all, so please be mindful of that. Even though we have rain in the forecast, it's not a guarantee that you are going to get rain today. Now, it is a very decent high probability. Obviously, there's going to be some exceptions, but I think most areas at some point in time, today, tonight, tomorrow, or tomorrow night, through Friday morning, basically, most, if not all, of Northeast Kansas will get at least 2/10 of an inch of rain. Obviously, we have to be mindful that there's going to be some exceptions. I don't expect anything widespread as far as rain is concerned, but we'll have scatter rain at times between today and tomorrow. So here's what I'm talking about. Here's Supercast this morning showing those scattered showers, mainly in our western communities during the morning hours, and then as it continues its progression eastward, it becomes more hit and miss. Now, there still could be some heavier downpours through the afternoon hours for our eastern communities, which would be good because we definitely need the rain. Very low probability of hazards, but we'll keep an eye on the lightning threat. And if there's just enough sunshine or some destabilization of the atmosphere, we could have some strong winds with some of the storms. Otherwise, I'm not expecting widespread hazards, just a good old-fashioned rain that we desperately need in several areas across the area. We'll continue with the rain tonight into tomorrow. I think the higher probability of rain is going to occur in the afternoon, although this model is not really showing a whole lot of rain tomorrow, but most models do have a little bit higher potential for rain for tomorrow compared to what that model indicated. So here we go. Here's a look at what that potential rainfall through 11 p.m. will be. Now, again, just a little bit of minor details as far as some of the other computer models and what the agreement is and the consensus is as far as the nature of the rain. Scattered this morning, isolated this afternoon. That model I just showed you showed a fairly decent amount of scatter rain throughout the entire day. And then kind of vice versa for Thursday, where it showed more isolated all day long, if anything, and then other models have it more isolated in the morning, scattered in the afternoon. Here's a look at what some of the other computer models are indicating, keeping in mind that we may have a little bit more rain added on to some of these models from Thursday night. I don't expect a lot of rain, if anything at all, on Friday. So for the most part, these models match the time frame of the expected rainfall that the one I just showed you had. But you'll still notice the differences in the computer models and still indicating that most areas will get at least some rain at some point in time. It's just a matter of when. That's the biggest uncertainty. Now, as I mentioned Friday, I'm not really seeing a whole lot of rain during the day on Friday or Friday evening, which would be good news for those high school games. There is an opportunity that we might get some rain late in the evening hours as we get closer to 10 o'clock and into the early overnight periods. So we'll keep an eye on that. I don't have that in the official forecast for Friday night, but that'll be something to watch out for. I did keep a chance in Saturday night and then another round Sunday night, but for the most part the weekend, I think the daytime hours are going to be dry, so I did remove the rain chances showing. I still have that lightning bolt there on Sunday with a slightly higher chance of rain compared to Saturday, but we're still fine-tuning the details for the weekend. The European model has a pretty decent opportunity for rain for the weekend. This is just the weekend alone. This does not include any other time frame, from Saturday morning to Sunday evening. The GFS doesn't have quite as heavy rainfall. So obviously you get the idea that there still remains some uncertainty. We're going to continue to monitor that over the next couple of days. Meanwhile, the overall trend continues to be temperatures being above average for this time of year. Yes, relatively speaking, it does get cooler and more seasonal over these next couple of days, at least compared to these past couple of days, especially with our highs, but our lows are still going to be slightly above average for this time of year. Remember, with these maps, this does not indicate the darker the color, the warmer it is. It just means the darker the color, the higher the probability. 2 to 3 degrees above average for the average temperature, and mainly that includes the lows for the most part, but also highs as well. That's the reason why. And then while we have drier than normal conditions in that 6 to 10 day outlook, we do have equal chances of drier than normal, wetter than normal in the 8 to 14 day outlook, which might increase our chances for rain. I will also mention that as we head into next week, especially for the second half of the work week, there does remain some uncertainty within the computer models on if there's going to be a cool down or if it stays generally in the low to mid 80s. So don't be surprised if we have some changes to the forecast heading into next week. Fall begins officially at 1:19 Monday afternoon. Otherwise, not looking too bad of a forecast. There's going to be some dry time both today and tomorrow, so by no means do you need to cancel the outdoor plans, but at least indicating, or at least I'm trying to indicate, when the better chance of rain could be in the morning today, afternoon tomorrow. That does not mean that you get rain on the other day part. For example, it does not mean that you won't get rain this afternoon compared to this morning. So it's going to be a watch a radar kind of a day. That's the bottom line. Have a plan B today and tomorrow. Don't necessarily cancel those plans because it's not a guarantee that it's going to rain at your location at the specific time you're needing to be outside or wanting to be outside. There's going to be a lot of dry areas across northeast Kansas at any point in time. It's not going to be a widespread rain at any point in time, especially during the daytime hours. But we'll continue to fine-tune it and let you know if that changes. Have a great day.